Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Week 10 of the high school football season. Tonight on 97.7, it is the rivalry. Guernsey County Fashion, Bill Kafuri, Tom Strasser, and a host of others tonight bringing you the rivalry game from Eugene Capers Field. Tom, it is a great night for high school football, and certainly, you and I have been talking for about an hour about this game, but for those folks just joining us, there's a lot riding on the game tonight for both these teams.
You're right. This will be the last time Cambridge and Meadowbrook does battle as each members of the ECOL. Number one, and of course, really as always, the biggest thing, the Guernsey County Super Bowl. Both of these teams, there's a lot of friendships there and bragging rights that you like to carry out, especially as a senior. But, BK, this is the first time I think Cambridge and Meadowbrook has ever played that both teams are still mathematically alive for the playoffs. Cambridge with a win, they're going to have a chance. Meadowbrook needs a lot of help. But, hey, Week 10, you just want them to say, so you got a chance.
Cats come in 6-3, the Colts at 4-5, but as you said, both teams have an opportunity tonight to extend their season if everything goes right. We're going to take a break here in our pregame. We'll be back with a little bit more and take a look at tonight's lineups right after this.
ABC Sports presents Cambridge versus John Glenn High School Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by General Wholesale, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, The Rogers Company, Theo's Restaurant, and Surgent Construction. Tonight's game continues after this.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
Capers Field, tonight's site for the rivalry. Week 10, league championship game. Call it what you will. Bill Kafuri and Tom Strasser as our ABC Technical Services pregame continues. We talked earlier tonight, Tommy, about this being a good crowd, and certainly if you're a football fan and a fan of either one of these teams, there's no reason for tonight's weather to keep anybody away.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at the visitors from Cambridge, think after the first 2 weeks of the season, they would be sitting here in Week 10 with a chance to get victory number 7 and a possible playoff berth. That's just an outstanding accomplishment and a lot of credit to the coaching staff and kids.
Both these teams have had their ups and downs, but the downs have been primarily against playoff-bound teams. Cambridge with 3 losses, all those teams are going to the playoffs. The Colts have 5, and again, all those teams are probably playoff-bound as well.
Yeah, and Meadowbrook, they really, as far as their playoff hits, it really took a blow a couple of weeks ago when they traveled to Bloom Carroll, a team that is sitting just ahead of Cambridge as well and has a big game tonight. So you're right, but both teams have bounced back extremely well, BK. Like we said, Cambridge was 2-3 at the midway point. They're 4-0 here the second part of the season. Meadowbrook was 2-3 after 5 games. They're 3-1, after their last 4 games. So both teams playing their best football of the season, and that's what you like.
We talked a little bit about the playoffs, but this game also has league implications as both these teams now are in the gray division of the East Central Ohio League. They both took care of business the last 2 weeks against Coshocton and Riverview. So basically the winner of this game tonight is the league champion. For the Colts, a chance to go out of the league on top. For the Bobcats, an opportunity to win a league championship, something they haven't done for a long time.
Yeah, because for Cambridge, it's really been tough. Even when their playoff years, when they had to run to the playoffs with the likes of Dover and New Philly and Zanesville, that's always been a tough road for them. And Meadowbrook here in football the last few years, them and Coshocton, they've kind of owned the gray side of it. So now Meadowbrook, they've really controlled it the last few years, and it'll be a nice, little feather in your cap, the winner of this game being ECOL champs.
Bobcats lead the all-time series, 35 wins, just 10 losses, but the Colts have won 3 of the last 4, including 27-7 last year. And if I'm not mistaken, the Bobcats have only scored 7 points in the last 2 or 3 years against this team. Tonight, though, you and I have talked a little bit about this already tonight. We expect a little bit more points to be scored on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, but the thing with Cambridge coming in, it's been their defense, pitching shutout after shutout in the second half of ball games. But they've been able, when the offense has gotten off to slow starts, they've been able to keep them, in the game till the offense kind of finds their footing. I think for Cambridge, they cannot wait till the second quarter to get their offense going and put pressure on their defense like that, because Meadowbrook, they can score, and they can score in bunches.
Both these teams' offense focused on the running back. Trayvon Jeffrey from the Bobcats, 21 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. Most of those have come in the last 7 games. The Cats, if they're going to be successful tonight, have to get him on track.
Absolutely, and that's been an incredible feat to think that Trayvon Jeffrey has the opportunity to go over 1,000 yards, and barring an injury, I think it's a lock that he's going to do that. And and a lot of that, the offensive line for Cambridge, BK, I think they've, from week 2 through week 10, I think they've had the most improved unit of any team that I've seen all year.
On the other side of the ball, Timmy Ferguson, 249 yards a week ago, 37 carries a week ago to lead the Colts in their victory last week against Coshocton. Is there any hangover from a 37 carry week?
No, because this is a kid. First of all, he owns virtually every record at this school. His incredible career that he's had. Timmy Ferguson 2 weeks ago against Riverview ran for 153 yards, but he comes in with 1,044 yards on the season. And BK, we talked about this in our pregame show. Timmy Ferguson had a stretch. He's only carried the ball, about 157 times or so this year. Meadowbrook had that brutal gauntlet in their schedule where they got behind by 2 or 3 scores. It really took the running game out for them. So Timmy Ferguson for Week 10 is probably as fresh as he's been in his entire career.
Tonight's game also being streamed live on YRP TV and your Radio Place Facebook page, so you can check that action out, as well as listen to the golden tones of Tommy Strasser next to me. Keys to tonight's game for both these teams.
I think the team, one, that can keep the penalties. Neither team can really afford, because of the quality defenses they're facing, to play behind the sticks. They got to stay ahead of the sticks and not have pre-snap penalties. Of course, turnovers are always huge, but BK, I think both teams' defenses are going to be keyed on stopping the run. Jeffrey and Ferguson. I think the team that can hit the big plays in the passing game is going to come out of here with a win.
Colts in their black home uniforms, the shiny orange helmets, a little orange trim on the jersey. The Bobcats in the road whites tonight, playing on the field turf. And then, you got to think that may actually help the Bobcats after having played on grass for most of the season. You get a chance to be on a good surface where footing doesn't become an issue. That might be something that benefits them a little bit.
Yes, all the regular grass turfs, they are chewed up by Week 10. So there's no rain. There's virtually no wind. It's a chilly night, no doubt about that. But the turf is going to be excellent footing. So that's what you want. Ideal conditions for two teams coming in as healthy as you could be after 9 weeks of football.
Pregame has been brought to you tonight by AVC Technical Services. They can save your business as much as 40% on your computer repairs and services. Call 740-432-5605. Colts will have the ball first tonight. Ferguson back deep. All of our kickoffs sponsored by Valentine Insurance. John Valentine with Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. Andrew Philippes, a hero a week ago for the Bobcats, doing the kickoff and extra point duties tonight. He'll get things underway here momentarily. And that's a weapon the Bobcats have that the Colts, frankly, don't have.
And we'll see if the Cats are willing to kick the ball deep to Ferguson. He was the one that returned a 52-yard one in the waning minutes over Coshocton to lead them to the game-winning touchdown with 35 seconds left.
He is the single safety back inside the 10-yard line. And the Bobcats will kick off from the left hash mark. Philippes approaches and goes across the field away from Ferguson. Fair catch called by one of the upbacks for the Colts, and they'll take that at about the 26-yard line. So the Colts offense comes on the field. Rhett Dyer, A.J. George, Javier Maldonado, Hayden Loy, and Wyatt Rossiter, the front five. Of course, Davis Singleton, number 7, the 6'2", 190-pound junior. Timmy Ferguson behind him on the outside. Experienced wide receivers, Boston Black, Jerome Todd, Addie Black, and Josh Hupp.
And Meadowbrook, they've really used the bubble screen a lot for success this year.
So the Colts at their own 26-yard line. Direct snap back to Singleton. He'll quickly flip it out in the left flat. I believe completed to Boston Black.
Yes.
And he'll sneak it up ahead across the 30. Call it a gain of about 5 on that first down play.
Yeah, and the fans will have to be patient with us. Meadowbrook, they've got great jerseys, not the easiest numbers to see the later it gets, especially with the glare that we're looking into.
Yeah, and our excellent eyesight.
Yeah.
And there is a penalty on the play. Didn't see that flag, and an illegal block in the back on the Colts. That's going to back them up 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. So the Colts with the first penalty tonight. And actually, from the spot of that foul, takes it all the way back to about the 15-yard line. So first and about 23. Back to pass. Singleton, deep pass down the sideline and in and out of the hands of Addy Black. He had that ball, good coverage downfield by Carson Snyder, but Black with several inches on Snyder had a chance to pull that one in, and that would have been in Bobcat territory.
That was a heck of a throw by Singleton, and Addy Black, more times than not, will bring that in.
So 2 plays, 2 passes for the Colts and a penalty. They face 2nd and 21. 5 wide set. Now Ferguson will step back into the backfield. He'll take this handoff straight ahead, and the Bobcats smothering inside the 15. And it looks like Logan Mobilini coming in there from his linebacker spot that time, along with Latrell Payton for the Bobcats. So facing now 3rd and long. Just got a little bit longer.
Yeah. I tell you, I've never seen a group come off the sidelines as excited as the Bobcats were right there. I was looking for a fumble.
Singleton, 2 receivers set wide to the right, 1 to the left. Ferguson shifts to the right of him in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolling to the right, looking, heavy pressure, fires one down the middle, that's short, and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver that time, Jerome Todd, and that one a little underthrown, probably should have been picked off.
Yeah, that was just misjudged right there by the Bobcat player. He totally misjudged that, didn't go back far enough, and off the deflection off Jerome Todd, Boston Black was about a step and a half away from corralling that.
So Ferguson will step back in punt formation for the Bobcats. Caden Whaley stands near midfield. Bobcats should get pretty good field position here. Good snap. Ferguson, low end over end kick, bounces about the 45 and into the hands of Whaley at his 45. He'll work his way near midfield and be taken down. Good open field tackle that time by Boston Black, and the Bobcats with excellent field position in their first possession.
And I don't know if Caden Whaley plays infield or anything on the baseball team, but he did a nice job fielding that bounce right there, because if he lets that go, that ball's going to roll down to about the 20 to 25-yard line with this turf.
Bobcats, Colin Conte, Mason Ogle, Angelo Rocco, Cooper Conte, and Brock Valentine up front. Cody Moore, the senior signal caller, in the backfield with Trayvon Jeffrey. Cats with a 3 wide receiver set. Fake the jet sweep, hand off to Jeffrey. He'll trip his way across midfield and into Colt territory. About a 3-yard gain for the Cats on that first down play. Cats have opened up with a jet sweep or jet pass, you might say, just about every play this year. And Latrell Payton came across in that motion. Certainly got the attention of the defense. And the Cats will face 2nd and about 8.
Yeah, that's going to get motion, but I tell you, there's going to be a lot of eyes on Jeffrey, that's for sure, wherever he goes.
Jeffrey, sweep to the right side, cuts it up to the 45, down to the 40, and a Bobcat first down sponsored by WB Green Insurance in Cambridge tonight, and the Cats will have their first one of the game there, and probably 4 down territory, Tommy, from this point on in.
Yeah, that was a gain of 11.
Cats with the tempo, quickly to the line of scrimmage, checking the sideline for an adjustment to the play. 1st and 10 from the 38 of the Colts. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Jeffrey in a pistol, straight ahead, lowers the shoulder and has the boom lowered on him there, right into the teeth of that defense. And Brady McManaway in the middle of that defense. Timmy Ferguson and Hunter Eubanks on the outside, and the front 4 guys, Eric McCullough, Rhett Dyer, Wyatt Rossiter, Damon Webster. Cats quickly to the line in a 3-by-1 set. Colts eager up front in that front 4.
Yeah, Meadowbrook's linebackers, they are very active and fly to the football.
2nd and 9. Again, Jeffrey off the left side. And again, pulled down after a very short gain. This time McManaway snuck in there and got him after about a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 7. As we said, Cats probably in 4 down territory here from the Colt 35. Quickly line up, 2 wides left and right. Moore will roll to his right, looks downfield, now tucks it, looks for a place to take off and is not going to find any place to go. The sack by number 20, Brady Ladd. And the Cats now facing 4th and long, and you wonder here, Tommy, do you take the shot or maybe punt the Colts back deep in their own end? The Cats have done a lot of quick kick from this situation at times this year. We'll see what they do. Moore with Jeffrey in the backfield, 3 wide to the left. And we'll see if Moore takes a couple of extra steps back before the snap if he elects to punt the ball. And he does. A couple of steps back. Here comes the quick kick. Left foot pooches it down there. Hits it about the 10-yard line. Bounces sideways. And the Cats will touch it down there. Excellent punt by the Bobcats as Sean Perkins downs it inside the 5.
Yeah, Meadowbrook kept their base defense on the field, but the little quick kick by Cambridge once again changes field position back in their favor. But credit Meadowbrook's defense forcing a punt when Cambridge got the ball right at midfield on their first possession.
Now mark the Colts at the 6-yard line for their second touch of the night. No score. 8:22 left here in the opening period. Singleton, Ferguson in the backfield. Their heels are on their own goal line. 3 wides to the left. Handoff. Ferguson left side. Pops through. Breaks tackles. Still on his feet across the 10. And Ferguson getting most of that done on his own that time, as he carried a couple of Bobcats with him out near the 10-yard line. Gain of about 5 on that first down play.
And Meadowbrook, their opening drive with the penalty, they got behind the chains, had to really throw the football to try to get out of it here. Look for them, the heavy dosage of Ferguson deep down at their own end zone.
3 wide to the short side. Now motion across the formation and into the backfield. And again, Ferguson, this time off the right side, dragging defenders out near the 15-yard line, close to a first down. And it looks to be just shy of that mark by the spot there. He has to get to the 16, and it will be 3rd and about a yard. Ferguson, a hard runner, gets yards after contact a lot. He is in a pistol set now behind Singleton and takes it straight ahead. Bobcats stack him up at the line of scrimmage. Cole Mobilini in there along with numerous other Bobcats, and well short of the line of game. Probably lost maybe a half yard, and it's going to be 4th down for the Colts. And at this part of the field, you don't risk it, do you?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Colts bring in their substitutions for the punt team, and Ferguson will step back in punt formation. And once again, the Bobcats should get excellent field position as the clock runs down to the 6:40 mark, and Ferguson drops back inside his own 5. Whaley near midfield for the Bobcats.
Credit the interior line. That was 4th and less than a yard, and Meadowbrook forced to punt the ball.
Good snap. Ferguson trying to punt it away from Whaley. Does so. Takes a big Colt bounce at the 50, inside the 40, and down near the 30-yard line. A huge punt. About a 50-yard punt.
Yes.
For Timmy Ferguson. And that's exactly what the Colts needed to climb out of that hole.
Yeah, the punt before, Ferguson punted it right down the middle. Whaley was able to play the short hop. This went to the right of Whaley, and he didn't want to take a chance with the punt team coming down looking to make a tackle, so he wisely stepped away from the football, and it got a good roll for Meadowbrook.
Still no score. Bobcats 2-by-1 set this time. Jeffrey in the backfield, now motion across to Whaley. He'll take the fake, more on the keeper, straight ahead, and not much there as he got about a yard on the quarterback keeper. Cats showing a lot of motion and a lot of fakes to the outside to try to get movement out of those Colt linebackers. That's not happening right now as they're staying at home and making plays. 2nd and 9. 3 wides to the left. Bobcats will line up quick a lot of times and then check the defense and change plays. And as they check the sideline, they'll reset. And here they go. Jeffrey will step back into a pistol set. Take the handoff straight ahead. Off the left guard. There was a hole, and it'll get him out across the 45 or check that, 35 near the 37. And a gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. A makeable third down coming up for the Cats.
Yeah, Ladd and Black on the tackle for Meadowbrook.
A long 2. Colts shift up ahead. Quick pass out in the left flat, and the Colts read it perfectly. Caden Whaley with what appeared to be a catch, but Timmy Ferguson came up and separated him from the ball. That'll be a 4th down opportunity now. And the Cats eschewed the run to go with the quick pass.
Yeah, and Meadowbrook, by scouting, they were ready for that. Ferguson on the snap, he took off and made a beeline, and the ball barely beat Ferguson to Whaley.
More back in punt formation for the Bobcats. Good snap, steps into it, short, shanked putt off the side of his foot, hits it to Colt 40 and then backs up. Cats will down it after it takes that cold bounce, and Meadowbrook with pretty good field position this time at their own 43-yard line. No score, 4:59 left here in the first half. Are you kind of surprised neither one of these teams have been able to mount a drive?
No, but as well as both defenses, Cambridge has played all year, and the way Meadowbrook's defense has played the second half of the season, not surprised at all.
Colts quickly onto the field, lining up. Again, 3 receivers to the short side, the right side of the field for the Colts, 1 wide to the left. Ferguson offset to the left side. Singleton, quick snap and a pass intended for Todd, and well over his head. Tried to hit him on the quick post across the middle, and that had some gas on it.
Yeah, Singleton's got a strong arm, and a little frustrated with himself. That ball just kind of sailed on him coming out of his hands.
Yeah, if that ball is on his chest, it's probably a first down and then some. Colts have yet to get a first down tonight. The Bobcats have but 1. Todd wide to the left, 3 wide to the right. 2nd and 10. Ferguson straight ahead, big hole, pops it through 50, 45 to the sideline, and down the Bobcat sideline. Ferguson run out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And huge hole.
Yeah, and a big hole it was, opened up. And then when Ferguson, when he's able to get in the secondary, he did a nice job cutting it outside, getting a block by Jerome Todd to give him another 15 yards. And Meadowbrook, first one down near the red zone.
Just outside at the 21-yard line. Ferguson again, straight ahead, bottled up in the backfield. He'll be able to sneak ahead for maybe a yard or so. Bobcat front 4 did its job that time. But Ferguson kind of reminds you a little bit of Barry Sanders. You might bottle him up 1 play, maybe 2, but then when he pops loose, he's going to get a big gainer on you.
Yeah, I'm still trying to tally up how
many
yards he got. Yes.
2nd down and 9. About 35 on the previous one. Handoff, Ferguson going right side, slips 1 tackler and then into the hands of Cole Mobilini and Blake Brumfield. And he'll pick up about 3 more there, bringing up 3rd down and 6, certainly 4 down territory for the Colts. They don't have field goal in the repertoire, so this is pass or run all the way here. 3 wide to the left. Singleton rolling to his right, stops, plants, fires it in the back of the end zone and over the head of his intended receiver. I think Addie Black was running free there, but again, heavy pressure on Singleton that time, unable to really plant himself and throw, had to throw it on the run.
Yeah, and even though that pass was incomplete, that was a nice throw by Singleton. Off his back leg, he threw it to the back pylon where giving his receiver was the only one that was going to have a chance to make a play on that football.
4th down and 6. Black at tight end, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Now Boston Black across the motion, and they'll throw back to him. He'll complete it and break a tackle to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Colts.
And what a beautiful design play Black comes in motion. Singleton takes the snap, looks to the right, then threw the ball out there, and it was just one-on-one. The tackle made, it's 4th down, and it's now 1st down for Cambridge. You missed the tackle, which Boston Black can make a lot of people do. He takes it in from 21 out.
So the Colts will
Or 17 out.
look to go for 2, from the 17-yard line. Did most of that after the catch. Bobcat had a defender in the area. And there was a penalty after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct will be assessed on the kickoff. Going for 2 on the jet toss, and the Cats will snuff this one out. Colin Conte, or check that, Cooper Conte on the stop, but the Colts strike first. 3:22 left here in the opening period. And Meadowbrook on top 6-0. We'll be back right after this message. Back at Eugene Capers Field, and the Colts hit pay dirt first. 3:22 left. A 6-play, 57-yard drive. The last 17 yards, Davis Singleton to Boston Black. Black, a short catch in the left flat, but he used his speed and a little strength to get his way to the end zone.
But, BK, for a quarterback, that's not the easiest throw. It's not that long of a pass, but that little flare pass out in the flats, and Singleton delivered it where Boston Black could catch it with his momentum going forward, and then a chance to make a move to beat the defender.
Valentine Insurance kickoff as Ferguson opts not to go deep, hits it short. Delonte Best picks it up to 35, out to the 40, 45, and near midfield for the Bobcats. So Ferguson not wanting to kick it deep, but the Cats are going to end up with pretty good field position in their own right. Down by 6 points. Cats with their 3rd touch of the night, 3:16 left in the opening period.
And neither special team, I don't think, is going to kick the ball deep and let the kick returners have a chance to turn this game one way or the other.
All of our scoreboard updates tonight brought to you by Schaefer Insurance in Cambridge. Call Mindy Eltringham in downtown Cambridge for all your insurance coverage. 3-by-1 set for the Bobcats. Jeffrey in the backfield in a pistol set. Now motion across. Caden Whaley will come deep. And the Bobcats hand it off Jeffrey right side. And he got popped. Get the number of that truck.
Wow.
As Jeffrey off the right side had gained 2-3 yards and then just got hammered to the ground at the Colt 48-yard line. I didn't catch a number on that tackle, Tommy. I'm relying on your young eyes.
Yeah, oh yeah, I wasn't able to see it neither, but Jeffrey not only seen it, but he felt it and did a nice job to hang on to the football. That was a shot.
2nd and 7, 2-by-2 set for the Cats. Low snap. Moore had to pull the ball back, and he gets hammered to the ground. And Moore stopped that time by McManaway, and the Bobcats will lose a yard there, face 3rd and long. So the Cats struggling now to get in sync offensively. They'll use 3 wide to the left here on this 3rd and long play. Quick Cats will go quick, throw to the right flat. That's completed out there to David Moore, and he'll catch it and get it down to the Colt 45. You got that, the Colt 45. You don't get a chance to say that very often.
No, you don't. And Cambridge
are going to go for it, or at least it looks like it. Although Jerome Todd goes back expecting the Cats maybe to punt the ball here. The Cats line up like they may go for it. And they'll look to the sideline. And facing 4th and about 4, it looks like they may go for it. No, Moore will step back and take a low snap, step into it, and pooch it away from Todd. He'll catch it at the 10 and fumble it. And the Bobcats may be on it. They are.
Yes.
Caden Whaley hops on the fumble. And the Bobcats see if they can take advantage of the first mistake of the night.
And Moore was able to get enough hang time on that punt. Todd come running up and, looking to catch it and run at the same time. It looked like he may have just took his eyes off the ball, and there's the first turnover.
From the 15-yard line, quick snap. Jeffrey trying to get outside right side to the 15 and down near the 10-yard line. We'll have a gain of about 5 yards. A minute 20, and the Bobcats taking advantage of the first miscue of the game here, at least with field position. The Cats haven't punched it in yet. 3 wide to the left. Back to the line quickly. Cats with a quick snap. Moore rolling to his left. Has the corner. Pump fakes it. Holds on to it, and then he fumbles the ball. And let's see. Looks like the Cats hold on to it as Moore got back on top of it down around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, but there's a flag, and it's going to be against Cambridge, a block below the waist.
Yeah, the Cats that time trying to get to the edge, did so. And no, called chop block on the Bobcats. So that penalty will nullify that gain. It will remain second down for the Cats, but certainly going to back them up a little bit. 58 seconds remaining in the first period. Back them up a lot, I should say, all the way out to the 29-yard line. That's a huge penalty.
And BK with that 5-yard run by Jeffrey on the previous play, that's taken him over the 1,000-yard mark.
Sean Perkins wide to the left, 2 wides to the right for the Bobcats. Tight end set to the left side as well. And actually the Cats with a 2 tight end set. Here, Moore back to pass. Steps up, fires it out in the right flat. That is completed. And Devontae Best hauls it in down near the 20-yard line. So the Bobcats got about half that yardage back as Best went out of bounds, bringing up a third down and about 15. They can pick up a first down near the 6-yard line. And the Cats line up quickly again. Similar set. Trying to maybe fool the defense here, Tommy, with 2 tight ends and 3 wideouts. Nobody in the backfield with Moore. He'll take the snap and look to run it himself. Dancing around in the backfield and just nothing there for Cody Moore as he does find a little room on the edge and puts the ball squarely in the center of the field. So now the Cats with a decision to kick a field goal or go for it here with 20 seconds left in the quarter. And maybe plenty of time to think about that for the coaching staff. They might let this go to the end of the quarter and walk to the other end before they decide.
As well they will, and what a big penalty on the chop block. Cambridge would have had the ball inside the 10, but now it's going to be 4th and long.
1 quarter in the books, 6-0. Colts from Eugene Capers Field. Take the break with us. We'll be back, see what the Bobcats decide right after this.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge.
6-0. Boston Black, 17-yard catch and run from Davis Singleton. Bobcats here threatening on their own. And Tommy, what do they elect to do here? Looks like they're going to send out the field goal team.
They're going to kick a field goal.
Andrew Philippes, a week ago, the hero. This one from the 23-yard line, a 33-yarder dead in the middle. High snap, it's down. The kick is low and left and no good. That looked like it was rushed a little bit by the Cats. I'm not sure that they were really set to do that, and the missed field goal Means they come up empty on great field position.
Yeah, and a high snap as well. And it was a low kick. I'm not sure if anyone got a hand on that or not, but it was low. So Meadowbrook's defense comes up big, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Ball comes out to the 20-yard line here, actually, and the Colts leading 6-0. Couple of backs in the backfield. Ferguson offset to the right side. And now he'll shift to the left as McManaway goes to the right. Handoff. Ferguson trying to get outside right side, and he stuffed up in the backfield quickly by the Bobcats, Justin Bartlett. Bartlett, a great game a week ago, and he's off to another good start here tonight, a loss of about 2 on that play.
Yeah, and Ferguson so far on the night has 46 yards.
Most of that coming on one play. Bobcats have bottled him up a good bit. 2 receivers, 3 actually wide to the left now, 1 to the right. Ferguson offset to the right, 2nd and 12. Takes the handoff straight ahead. And he'll bang his way out across the 20 before he's pulled down by the Bobcats. Hayden Burris-Jones, a gain of about 4, and 3rd and long, facing the Colts now from their own 22-yard line. 11 minutes left here in this opening half. 4 receivers set to the left for the Colts, 4 by 1. And Singleton takes a step back, flush from the pocket. Now he's going to go down, and a flag comes in as the Bobcats stack him up back there for a sack. A lot of pressure coming off the edge. Cole Mobilini, one of the first in there. Mason Ogle as well.
And it may have been a holding, which if it is, Cambridge will decline. We'll see.
And, yeah, there were a lot of white jerseys in there, and that is the call. And it is declined. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So both these defenses have been stepping up here in the first half tonight. And the Colts will be punting for the 3rd time in 4 possessions. They have put points on the board and lead it 6-0.
Yeah, Meadowbrook overloaded the left side with 4 wide receivers. All of them went down a lot of crossing patterns, but Singleton never had time to set his feet and look downfield.
Ferguson back to punt. Whaley back near midfield. Ferguson gets into one pretty decent. Right to Whaley at the 49. He'll take it and work his way right down the middle of the field, banging off of some orange helmets there inside the 45 down near the 41. So once again, the Bobcats with excellent field position. And Tommy, tonight the Cats have had the ball at the 49 twice, at the Colt 15, and will start a drive here at the Meadowbrook 41, but still don't have any points to show for it.
No, Cambridge has had the upper hand as far as the battle of field condition, but they have not taken advantage of it. And the one time that Meadowbrook had it, up at their own 43, they were able to get a touchdown out with Meadowbrook leading 6-0, 10-19 left here in the second quarter.
Bobcats a little confusion getting the receivers in the right position. 3 wide to the right, tight end set to the left side. Now Jeffrey will go in motion to the right, and Moore will take the snap and run straight ahead and then get jacked at the line of scrimmage. Brady McManaway, he spent some time in the film room a little bit this week. What do you think?
Yeah, and I tell you what, Cambridge, they have not been able to run the football with more. Cambridge, Meadowbrook's defense, especially the defensive line, just dominating the line of scrimmage when he tries.
2nd and long as Moore loses a yard on the play. Cats have tried to get movement out of those Colt linebackers all night with a little motion. It has not worked. As now the Cats face 2nd and long. Moore, quick pass out in the right flat. Completed to Caden Whaley, and he didn't get out of his footprints. Timmy Ferguson out there got help inside out.
Brady
from,
McManaway.
McManaway flying around tonight, flat out there as well. And the Cats now facing 3rd and 15.
And BK, the Meadowbrook, their DBs, they are sitting on everything short. They're going to challenge Cambridge to throw the ball down the field.
Cats down the field threat is split out wide to the right. That's Sean Perkins at 6'4". He's a pretty good matchup for most defensive backs. Bobcats have not taken a shot to him yet tonight. 3rd and long. Moore drops back, looks that way, steps up, now in trouble, and he's going to go down. And that tackle, Wyatt Rossiter, is Moore flushed out of the pocket. He gave up on that play and decided to tuck it and run. He's going to lose a couple of yards. That'll be a sack. And the Bobcats going to be forced into another punting situation. And here comes the conventional punt team for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and Cambridge right there with their 3 wide receivers. They all ran verticals. They ran deep. But Moore, he had no chances. It was an avalanche led by Wyatt Rossiter.
Back deep for the Colts. Boston Black, I think. If you
Yes.
can read that number correctly, is Moore. Stands at his own 41. Good snap. Steps into it. Tries to punt it away from Black. Cannot do so. Calls for the fair catch. Inside the 10 at the 9. Bobcats have good downfield coverage, and the Colts leading 6-0 with 8:02 in this first period. And the Colts with possession of the ball again deep in their own field. They haven't started a drive outside their territory. As a matter of fact, their 43 is their best starting position, once at their own 6, and this one at the Colt 9.
And again, Cambridge, that's been the story of the first half. The field position they have not taken advantage of it.
Singleton too wide to his right, couple of running backs in the backfield with him. McMahon away as he'll take the pass and one hop it out to the right, and they'll call that an incomplete pass as it was forward. That didn't get close to his receiver in the air, and so the Colts will start this drive with an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and that ball looked like it slipped out of Singleton's hands. Remember, the Colts, this is really the first time either team has played in these elements, and I imagine
slick,
ball can get slick, especially on the night like tonight.
Same formation, 1 wide to the left, 2 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Singleton hands off straight ahead. Ferguson slips one tackler and then knocked to the ground. David Moore on the stop for the Bobcats after a short game, brings up 3rd and about 8 or 9. You know, both of these teams have passed the ball well when they've needed to this year. The Colts with a pass earlier tonight for the touchdown, but was a very short pass. Bobcats have been ineffective in their passing game tonight so far.
Yeah, just under 7.5 minutes left here in the first half. It's a rapidly moving first half.
3 wide to the right. Bobcats bring pressure, and Singleton, flush from the pocket, able to be pulled down from the Bobcats. Looked like Braden Bunnell from behind, and if Bunnell doesn't get him by the shoestrings, he's off and gone for a first down and then some. So the Colts again forced into a punt formation, and I'm surprised, not surprised that the defenses are playing well, but surprised that neither offense can generate very much.
Yeah, and I tell you again, this is going to be a big punt right here for Ferguson with Whaley being right at midfield.
Good snap. Ferguson's foot's well warmed up now, gets into one here, and Whaley will call for the fair catch at the Colt 49-yard line. So once again, the Bobcats in plus territory, but nothing to show for it, trailing 6-0, 6:38 left to go here in a rapidly moving first half. We'll have you home and in bed by 9:30, Tommy.
I'm telling you, yeah, it is.
I shouldn't say that because I just think I just jinxed everybody for the rest of the night.
But Cambridge, the last possession or two, they've kind of gone away from Jeffrey, and you got to think he may get a heavy dosage on this series because, again, Cambridge, they have had excellent field position the entire first half, but no points to show for it.
Whaley across the formation in motion, and Trayvon Jeffrey cut down at the line of scrimmage, that time by defensive end Damon Webster. And the Bobcats not getting it done up front. We thought tonight that this game would certainly be won in the trenches by who could control the line of scrimmage. Well, right now the defenses are controlling it both ways. 3-by-1 set for the Bobcats. And Moore will follow Jeffrey into the hole, and not running real hard that time as he, again, took a good shot. Hlad there for the Colts, and I think Rhett Dyer as well, and a gain of a couple, and the Cats face now 3rd and about 7. Quickly to the line, 2-by-2 here. 5:40 left. Quick snap, Moore rolls to his left, pump fakes it, gets to the edge, plants himself, throws it down the field, has the man there, that's picked. Hung in the air, picked by the Colts up to the 30, 35, 40. And we'll see if we can get that number for you on the interception.
Jerome Todd.
So Todd with a big pick brings it all the way out near the 40-yard line.
And Cody Moore just never seen Jerome Todd. He was back there playing center field, read his eyes all the way, and was able to jump that interception, and a nice return gives Cambridge or Meadowbrook the ball at their own 45.
5:31 left to go in a half. Colts with a 6-0 lead. Handoff Ferguson trying to get outside the left side. Stretch to the edge and then got there, tripped up by Cole Mobilini. Or check that, Logan Mobilini. Is Ferguson able to fall forward for a gain of just a couple on the play? Didn't look like there was anything there. Ferguson finally able to get his way up the sideline for a couple-yard gain.
I tell you what, yards are hard to come by.
Both teams with a turnover tonight. The Colts 2-by-1 set here. Fake to Ferguson. Keeper by Singleton, and he jitterbugs his way right into the waiting arms of the Bobcats, Justin Bartlett. Again, in the right place at the right time. And no gain on the play, 3rd and long. 4:40 and counting in the first half. Field position, punting, couple of turnovers has been the name of the game. 3 wide to the left for the Colts. 3rd and long. Singleton rolling to his right, stops, fires, has a man, and completed. And it looks like Addie Black out there, and coverage by Latrell Payton, but Black had that ball on his back shoulder, bent over backwards, but still pulled it down, and that is a Colt first down, just their 2nd of the half.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad coverage. Payton fell down and slipped as he was trying to make a play on the football, and Singleton threw that baby on a rope.
They threw a bullet in there that time. Ferguson on the fake. Singleton on the keeper with the read to the left, and he drew a host of white jerseys. Bunnell among those in there for the Bobcats. Colin Conte as well. Short gain of about a yard. 2nd and 9. Colts in a position here to maybe add another score before halftime in Cambridge territory. Certainly 4-down territory at this stage of the half. Ferguson again faked on the read, and Singleton on the keeper picks his way inside the 35 down to about the 33. And a gain of about 4 on that play. 3rd and 6, or 3rd and 4 now for the Colts.
And with it being 4-down territory, Meadowbrook knows that they've got 2 downs here to pick up 8 yards.
And 3 timeouts if needed.
Or make that 4 yards.
Quick pass, left flat, completed. That is Hop, who hauled it in, and he drew a lot of attention in a hurry as the Bobcats converged on him, and coming out of there with the ball for the Cats was David Moore, but I don't think there was a fumble on the play, and that'll only net a couple of yards. It's going to be 4th and 2. So can the Cats come up with another big defensive play? They've had a couple of tonight.
But Hupp was hit by 2 defenders right at the line of scrimmage, and they was able to fight for 2 yards, and 4th and 2 is a whole lot better than 4th and 4.
The Colts will take a timeout to assess the situation. 4th and 2 from the Bobcat 31 when we come back right after this. Back at Eugene Capers Field, not a lot of points, Tommy, but a lot of big plays tonight, mostly on the defensive side of the ball. Can the Bobcats come up with one here as the Colts face 4th and 2 at the Cambridge 31? Ferguson in the backfield, offset to the right of Singleton. And they'll roll to the right, passing look, throwing it down the field and bobbled. And did the receiver, yes, they're going to call that a catch. Looks like, is that Addie Black? I believe it is. Addie Black hauling in, bobbled it initially. Good coverage by the Bobcats, Latrell Payton, but I did not expect the Colts to throw to try to get that first down. Not when you got Ferguson back there, but it was successful.
Yeah, and again, nice throw by Singleton and Black to catch it on his second opportunity.
Again, Singleton with the fake and the keeper, using Ferguson repeatedly in this drive as a decoy. He'll try to get outside left side, short gain as Carson Snyder comes up and makes the tackle for the Bobcats. 146 and clicking. Colts at the Cambridge 24-yard line. Left hash. Singleton, handoff. Ferguson, right side, looking for a seam. Now the cutback, and he's got room. Down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Tight ropes the sideline, and he's in. All Timmy Ferguson.
Yes, touchdown Meadowbrook. Ferguson rolling towards the right, cut back to the left, and again got one block from his wide receiver downfield. Didn't get the number there, but then Ferguson, it's a race to the pylon, and he's going to win those more times than not. And Meadowbrook up 2 scores here with 1:25 left in the first half.
And they will go for 2. Misfired on the first one. They'll go with 2 wides left and right here. Ferguson actually will split out wide to the right. Singleton will roll that way, under pressure, fires it in the end zone, snatched out of the air. 2-point conversion is good. Addie Black. 1:25 left to go in the first half. Colts lead at 14-0. We'll be back right after this. Back at Eugene Capers Field, and the Colts have struck again, working off a Jerome Todd interception that set them up at their own 45. They drive 55 yards in 9 plays. The last 24, all Timmy Ferguson in classic fashion, Tommy.
Yeah, Timmy Ferguson with 80 yards here in the first half. And Cambridge, the field position they've got, they have not done anything with it, and right now they're paying for it, down 14-0.
Valentine Insurance kickoff again, short, taken by Devontae Best. Trying to get wide to his sideline, 25, and out near the 30-yard line before he gets hammered. And that tackle on special teams by Davis Singleton. How does your quarterback get in on a special teams play and then make the tackle, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you, Meadowbrook, they are filling it, and I look for Meadowbrook with their timeouts here. If Cambridge just tries to run the football and get to the half, down 14-0, I look for Meadowbrook to use their timeouts and try to get the ball back one more time.
Bobcats, couple of 3 wide receivers to the right. Perkins wide to the left, hasn't been targeted yet tonight for the Cats. Jeffrey steps back in a pistol set. They'll run the option right side, pitch out to Jeffrey, trying to get to the edge. Nothing there as the Cats unable to block the edge. Coming off the corner from the outside that time. Looked like Jerome Todd. Unblockable, him and Brady Hlad, as a loss on the play of a yard. Moore will roll to his left, under pressure, flush from the pocket, finds a man, and has his receiver out across the 35 near the 40, Devontae Best. And that will be a Cambridge first down, I believe.
I thought it was, but they may have marked it a little short.
Wow, I thought they're going to, it's right at the stick, and they'll call it. Well, they don't have far to measure. They're going to measure this and only got to bring it on about a half a yard. If you can't tell looking at it from that close, it's close enough to probably be a first down, right?
Yeah, it is right at the sticks. Remember the play before, Jeffrey lost a yard, and that one a 10-yard pass. We'll just see whether we give him 11.
So it doesn't appear the Bobcats
they're
going to give it to him, and that is just the second first down for the Bobcats in the half. Hasn't been, other than a couple of big plays, and Tim McFerguson with one, Boston Black with another, although Ferguson's had a couple of flashy runs tonight. I made a comparison to him and Barry Sanders earlier. That was a Barry Sanders-esque kind of run.
Yes, it is.
Cats, quick pass to the left side on the quick screen, and even though completed, and the Cats have done that a number of times tonight, Perkins that time unable to get much out of it. Matter of fact, back to the line of scrimmage is the best he'll do. 2nd and 10. Bobcats trying to attack the edge with quick passes, but the Colts defense has been flying to the ball. Jeffrey, handoff, straight ahead, out across the 40, tripped up and out near the 45. They'll give him the 46. Gain of about 6 or 7. Cats have a couple of timeouts left, but it doesn't appear they're going to use them. They're just going to run another play quickly. Jeffrey again, off the left side to the 50 and into Colt territory, and they'll stop the clock with 0.1 seconds left. That'll be the final play of the first half. Cats will get reset. They'll get the chain set. I don't think he went out of bounds over there. They'll wind the clock, and that will end the half. Halfway done of the rivalry game. And the Colts holding serve at home, 14-0. Stay tuned. Tom and he will be back shortly here with stats and scoring. We'll get you set up with other scores from around the area and the O&N halftime show. All that coming up right after these messages. 14-0 Colts. We'll be back.
Cambridge versus John Glenn High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by General Wholesale, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, The Rogers Company, Theo's Restaurant, and Surgent Construction.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's. Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's. My favorite restaurant for home
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com. The halftime show is brought to you by Mr. Lee's Restaurant, 2000 East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, serving delicious home-cooked meals.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the Cambridge High School Bobcat Marching Band and the Road Not Taken. Bobcat Marching Band. 2019 marks the 40th year of Illinois State Marching Band Finals, and the veteran ninth attended Bobcat Marching Band was held to the state finals for the 36th time. The Bobcat band performed at Pregame High School at 5:30 p.m. Go Bobcats!
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round and be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
Yeah, not a lot of offense for either squad. Meadowbrook with enough big plays to lead them rushing first down. I have them 9 yards. Jeffrey got 22 yards total offense.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
It is a paint ticket. There's got three different colors, but it's a paint ticket worth $410. 463-741. 463-741. That number again, 463-741. You know the day at the back gate. Looks like we're going to run right down front here. Right there is our winner.
Back at Eugene Capers Field, ready for the second half of action in the Guernsey County Super Bowl tonight. 14-0 Colts first half, and it kind of went according to script. I think the way we expected it might You know, the Colts dominating in the line of scrimmage a little bit, especially defensively, bottling up the Cats. What kinds of adjustments can Cambridge make with the ball in their hands to start this second half? Is there urgency to score right now?
I think Cambridge has got to somehow establish Trayvon Jeffrey on the ground and get him the football, because to enable to do that, you have to put a couple of first downs together. Then he's capable of breaking a big one. But when you're going 3 and out predominantly in the first half, that's tough to do, and it'll be interesting to see what Cambridge can do to try to get the field position they had in the first half, BK, but then find something to do. But I think Meadowbrook, they've got to be feeling great how things are going. As we get ready for the kickoff, a couple of scores to note. AVC correspondent Jenny Leggett's reporting at the half. Byesville leading Payton City 19-14. And at East Canton, AVC correspondent Kelly Pushcarriage reporting East Canton leading Buckeye Trail 6-0. The Warriors with a win would finish 7-3. So we'll see what they can do in the second half.
Valentine Insurance kickoff coming up to get things underway. Short end over end kick that bounces loose on the ground. Scramble for the ball, and the Colts have it.
Wow.
Little pooch kick by the Colts, and coming up with it, Josh Hupp. So the Colts will deny the Bobcats the first possession, and the Colts have been looking at that play all first half. Short kicks across the field. That one even shorter, and the Bobcats didn't get up and field it well. And the Colts are going to come up with a huge play there.
And Meadowbrook can take the chance and roll the dice as well as their defense is playing. But what a great kick by Ferguson. Cambridge didn't catch it, and once the ball hit the ground, it was a live football.
5 wide look. Singleton will go for it all right here. Tossed up. Addie Black with it at the 10. Hangs it into the end zone. To the house. Touchdown. Colts from 42 yards out. One play. TD.
Wow, you talking about going for the jugular right there with the little almost onside kick with the pooch kick, and then going to the house on the bomb right there to Addie Black. Great pass by Singleton. Wasn't bad coverage. It was that Addie Black was able to locate the football first.
Yeah, the Cats expecting to get the ball to start the second half in a 2-play turnaround. Shocked here to not only not have the ball, but to be down another touchdown. And another unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Colts after the score will be added on to the kickoff. And they will line up to go for 2. One play and 42 yards. Singleton hands it off straight ahead. Ferguson weaves his way to the goal line and in. Add the 2-pointer, and the Colts on top, 22-0. Just 14 seconds into the half. We'll be back right after this. Back at Capers Field, and the Colts have shocked the Bobcats again. A little onside kick action, coming up with the loose ball, and then the jugular.
And BK, with the pooch kick right there, if you're Cambridge and you're around the football, you can signal fair catch right there, and you have the ball right there close to midfield again. But none of the Cats attempted to catch it. They let it bounce. And with Meadowbrook's players running towards it, it was an easy recovery.
Yeah, they hit it right in front of the second line. And let's see if they do that again here. Although the Colts backed up by 15, they'll kick this a little deeper. And to Devontae Best again at his own 35. He'll get it out near midfield. So after the Colt penalty, they'll have to kick it from their own 25 and give the Bobcats an opportunity here in midfield for, at this point in the game, you haven't scored, you haven't moved the ball, you got the ball at your own 49 again. It might be desperation time for the Bobcats. They might have to start using 4 downs here to move things.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left, but if you got a feeling if Cambridge doesn't get any points on this drive, they're in a heap of hurt.
Pitch, Jeffrey, right side, denied. Nothing to the outside. And the Colts defense, Tommy, are just flying to the ball. Brady had that time one of the defenders on the play, and there's just been nothing there for the Bobcats up front.
No, Meadowbrook plays a 4-4, and like I said, their defensive line, they do a great job tying up the offensive line and let the 4 backers run.
Jeffrey straight ahead, nothing again. To the line of scrimmage, they'll give him a yard gain, but that was a gift, as there was not anything there. Jeffrey not getting to the second level, barely getting to the first level. And the Cats are going to go 5 wide. Jeffrey comes out of the game. Cats with 3 wide to the left, 2 to the right. And into passing mode. And they've struggled to do that.
Yes, like I said, Meadowbrook's DBs, they're confident they can cover, and they're sitting on everything short.
Moore, flush from the pocket, has the ball knocked out of his hand. Colts have it. I believe they do. Eric McCullough comes up with it.
I don't know what Coach Clendenning said at halftime because you're already up 14-0. But Meadowbrook has come out on fire.
They will take over once again in Cambridge territory at the Bobcat 48-yard line, leading 22-0. And a score here pretty much puts this game in the books, as the Bobcats offense tonight has disappeared. 2 wide to the right. Ferguson will take the handoff that way as well, trying to get to the edge, stretched out, and a good defensive play that time by the Bobcats, Logan Mobilini. Stretched the play laterally and then went low to take Ferguson's pins out. No gain on the play, a half yard at best.
Yeah, and they have made Ferguson work for his yardage, but he's been able to break the 2 big ones, and that's been huge.
Second down, call it 10. Bobcats showing blitz. They are just bringing the house nearly every time. Ferguson to the wide side, no on the fake on the RPO, and Singleton that time read it right. David Moore pulled him down, but not until he has it to the Bobcat 35 and a Colt first down.
Yeah, and a gain of 13 for Singleton.
Cats jumping on the Ferguson fake that time. And again, the RPO, and again, Singleton with the keeper as Bartlett rolls him down here, but again, a good first down carry. Is anytime your quarterback can get you 3 or 4 on the first down carry, you got to take that, don't you?
Yeah, and when you watch Singleton, BK, Coach Clendenning, he was on the KGP pregame show a couple weeks ago. He said when you watch Singleton run, he kind of has to stride like Terrell Pryor.
Ferguson off right tackle. Again, pounding his way inside the 25. Bobcats trying to strip the ball unsuccessfully, and another full first down. They are in rhythm on this drive and have all the momentum. 22-0. 9:06 left here in the third period. And at the Cambridge 22-yard line, and a penalty on the play.
We'll see what this is. This is
Coulter walking backwards.
Wow.
Unsportsmanlike conduct again.
Yeah, and that's the third one, and that's not going to make Coach Clendenning happy. But like we said, when you watch Singleton, we're not saying he has Terrell Pryor speed, but it's just the long strides, the way he runs straight up. He just kind of glides through the line of scrimmage.
And unlike in college or the pros, when you can get as many unsportsmanlike in high school, and they don't eject you from the game unless it's a flagrant hit. Eh?
Yes.
First down and 10. Penalty after the play. Back to pass. Singleton down the left sideline. Has a man there, and just over the outstretched arms of Jerome Todd. And he had beaten Roman Jeffrey on the play. Colts trying to get it all back there.
Yeah, Meadowbrook felt like they would be able to strike downfield, take some shots, especially with Cambridge. They play a lot of man-to-man, and they've played it well this year. But Singleton did miss that connection with Todd by much.
Todd split wide to left, 2 wide to the right. And motion up on front. And it looked like one of the wideouts from the Colts might have moved a little quickly that time. And there'll be another penalty on the Colts here. A little emotional. Leading big against your rival. Week 10. Getting excited. Adrenaline's pumping. 8:52 left here in the third period. 5 yards back. And the Colts face 2nd and 15.
But outside of those 3 emotional 15-yard penalties, there may be 2 other ones so far.
I got
it's
2.
been
You're
clean.
Right. Back to pass. Singleton down the right sideline. Again, a jump ball. And Addie Black trying to push for space against Carson Snyder. No flags on the play. Probably could have thrown one either way. Both guys hand fighting a little bit. But that one in and out of Black's hands as Snyder stripped him on the way down. And Singleton took a pretty good shot on his way to throw that ball that time.
Good call, BK. Singleton wasn't really able to step into that throw right there, and he threw that with all arm and gave his receiver a chance to make a play, but great coverage there by the Cats. But you're right. If they don't get the pressure on him, he's able to step in that. He throws Addie Black open more than likely.
3rd and long. Handoff. Ferguson, corner, 40, 30, 20. Give him the 24-5, and that'll be enough for a first down. 3rd and long. There was nobody at home for the Bobcats on the far side of the field. Ferguson had the corner and the corner lot and everything else.
Cambridge, they were completely playing the pass right there, and you're right. Just a little sweep around the left end, and there was no white jerseys around.
1st and 10 from the Bobcat 23-yard line. Right side, Ferguson cuts it up straight ahead. Bartlett on the ankle will drag him down. And Justin Bartlett having a pretty good game defensively for the Bobcats, but he needs a little help from his teammates, and especially on the offensive side. Bobcats had a couple of big stops in the first half, but are struggling now to contain the Colts. 2nd and 8 from the Cambridge 21. In motion. And the fake. And keeper, Singleton, as he faked it to Hupp and takes it off the left side, close to the line to gain. And it looks like they may mark him just a hair short. And coming up, play 10 of this drive. The Colts started at the Cambridge 48 after the recovered fumble and are running some clock here as well. 3rd and a yard.
But that last run by Singleton, there didn't look like there was much there. Then you look up, and he's got 7.
Ferguson shifts to the left side. Takes the handoff. Nope, on the keeper again. And Singleton will walk untouched into the end zone from 15 yards out. Davis Singleton adding insult to injury.
Wow, and that's a 15-yard touchdown run?
Yes. Bobcats biting on the fake to Ferguson. That time, nobody at home in the middle. And the Colts score for the 4th time. And again, we'll go for 2. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Singleton takes the snap, play action, fires it in the left flat, has a man. Whoa. Count it. 2. Jerome Todd.
What a heck of a throw by Singleton for the 2-point conversion to Jerome Todd.
7:23 left here in the 3rd, and the Colts have blown this one wide open. A couple of quick scores, and now 30-0 Meadowbrook. We'll be back right after this.
timeout. If the point differential should fall below 30, never call for operations will resume.
7:23 of the third period. And how could we have predicted this, Tommy? This was a close game at halftime, and the Colts, I wouldn't say hanging on, but in command at 14-0. And who would think that they would strike boom, boom, the first two scores of the second half, and we would have a running clock then.
Yeah, but again, if you're just joining us, Cambridge, their first 5 possessions were at midfield or Meadowbrook territory, as close as the 20. Unable to score, and it's been all Meadowbrook since.
Valentine kickoff goes deep over the head of the deepest man and into the end zone as Ferguson takes her deep that time, and the Cats will start with their worst field position of the night at their own 20-yard line. Cambridge struggling to put anything together here in Week 10. Down 30-0 with 7:23 to go. When the Cats put the ball in play, that clock's going to run.
Yeah, and if you're Cambridge right here, you're just wanting to get something on the board. You want to get that goose egg off. This Meadowbrook defense, you can't just throw the ball every down.
More handoff, straight ahead. Trayvon Jeffrey running hard that time. Diving over a defender and taking it out to near the 28-yard line. Might have been his best run of the night. Give him about 9. Second down carry, taken down at the line of scrimmage, and Eric McCullough, nice job there on the edge, was not going to give Trayvon Jeffrey the corner, and there'll be no gain on that play. Cats trying to go up-tempo a little bit here and get to the line a little bit quicker, down 30-0. Third down and a yard. Colts pressing the line of scrimmage. Moore back to pass, fires it out in the right flat, has a man. And Devontae Best hauls it in out across the 40 and taken out of bounds over the 45, call it the 47. And that is a Cambridge first down, their first of the half, but only their third of the night. Bobcat first downs brought to you by WB Green Insurance.
47-yard line.
Yeah, and that's the biggest pass play of the night for Cambridge.
Jeffrey straight ahead, steps through one tackler and dives ahead into Colt territory at the 49. Bobcats showing a spark here. You didn't think they'd go quietly into the night, did you?
Oh, no. They're going to have the fight, but it's been Meadowbrook who has taken the fight to them.
Little pitch to Trayvon Jeffrey, and what a play. Demi Ferguson, head-to-head, took him down, two-leg takedown, give him 2 for the takedown. And a loss on the play of about 4 yards, almost 5, back to the Bobcat 46-yard line.
Yeah, and Meadowbrook, their linebackers are just coming on the snap, and anything delayed like that, it's not going to go anywhere.
They're not respecting the Cambridge ability to throw the ball because they haven't been able to. Third down and long air, 3 wide to the right. Perkins split wide to the left for the Bobcat. Jeffrey as well as Moore will roll to his left, fire it downfield, and off the hands of Perkins, who tried to run a deep out. That wasn't enough for a first down, and it will be 4th down for the Bobcats here, down 30-0, running clock with 4:55 to go here in the third.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tough one for Cambridge to swallow. They'll look back and go, hey, 6-4 season, especially the way the season started. That's credit to Coach Lowry and the boys. A lot of things to be proud of, but Meadowbrook, they're bringing the league title.
Cats going for it, 4th and long. Moore down the middle, and intended for Latrell Payton over his head. Boston Black in coverage, and the Bobcats are going to turn it over on downs. And just like that, the Colts are going to be set up once again in Cambridge territory. The Colts did not have good field position at all in the first half, but here in the second half, this will be their third possession starting on the Cambridge half of the field. This one at the Bobcat 46-yard line. 4:24 left in the third period, running clock with the snap of the ball, and here we go. Singleton out to Boston Black. Slips one tackler and up the sideline. Finally chased out of bounds, and a horse collar, I think, is going to be the call there on a Bobcat defender. Caden Whaley on the stop as he grabbed Black by the back of the shoulder pads, I think, and hauled him down. Let's see if that is indeed the call. Flag came in pretty quickly from the sideline.
Yeah, it was about an 11-yard completion. Again, that bubble screen, great block. Boston Black makes a defender miss like he did on the first touchdown.
He's sneaky quick. And that'll take it down to the Cambridge 22. Back to the line of scrimmage. The Colts ready to go. Ferguson to the wide side. Got to the edge. 20, 15, 10, 5. Out! Jimmy Ferguson. 22 yards. Touchdown. And I think that run took the fight out of the Cats.
Yeah, and the defense, they're just shell-shocked, no answers. And Meadowbrook, just too many weapons offensively, and the Cambridge defense starting to show some fatigue.
Running clock with 2:55 and counting as the Colts will line up and go for two. And if those of you wondering what are the Colts doing, they don't kick extra points. They go for two. 2 plays, 46 yards. Singleton. Handoff. No. On the RPO keeper. Now we'll flip it in the end zone, and the ball tapped away, and that will be no good. Looked like he kind of maybe should have handed that one off, as Ferguson once again had the corner, but the Colts extend their lead. 2:28 left in the ball in the third period, and it is 36-0. Meadowbrook will be back in 30 seconds.
Colts 36. Bobcat 0.
Field, 2:28 left in the third period. Colts have possessed the ball 3 times, and the second half have scored 3 times. All those drives coming in the Bobcat half the field. 2 of them, Tommy, one a 1-play drive, one a 2-play drive, and of course the other a 10-play drive. But the Colts certainly in command now, and you got to be careful now as frustration is going to start to kick in as the Bobcats have imploded here in the second half.
It was 14-0 at halftime. We still have 2:28 to go in the third quarter. It's been a running clock. Meadowbrook has scored 22 points here in the third. Wow.
Ferguson on for the Valentine Insurance kickoff. He's kicked it short a couple of times. The Colts have taken advantage of that. Gone deep the last couple of times. This one he'll kick out of bounds, and that'll give the Bobcats pretty good field position once again, something the Cats have enjoyed most of the night but have not been able to take advantage of. And Cambridge will start this drive at their own 35-yard line.
And again, the second half started, with the little pooch, 7-yard kick or whatever by Ferguson that Meadowbrook recovered, that Cambridge let the ball bounce, and then the floodgates have just opened.
Bobcat offense to the line of scrimmage here as the clock's put in play. 2 wides left and right. Latrell Payton in motion. They'll toss it to him, trying to get wide right side. Has the corner to the 35-40 and out near the 45, and the ball maybe have been loose there momentarily. Right in front of the Cat bench. And there is a man down. And that might be Payton. And they'll stop the clock to attend to him. He took a pretty good shot right at that point of attack. A 1:43 remains. in the quarter with Meadowbrook on top 36-0. Let's take the break with an injured player on the field. We'll be back right after this.
Point five halftime is up on Magnolia, 62-0. Byesville leads Katy City 19-14 at the half. Golden up on Cookville, 21-7 at the half. Byesville up 31-14 on Marietta at the half. Riverview leads the Falcons 17-6 in the third. And Ridgewood 35-14 over Newtown at the half. Byesville up 24-0 over Eugene at the half. Second over for Bobcats. That's number 44.
Back in action here as the Cats line up second and a yard. After the timeout for the injured player. And Moore straight ahead off the left side, follows Jeffrey through the hole, and the Bobcats pick up their second first down of the half. But they need much more than first downs at this point, trailing 36-0 and a running clock here the last minute of the third period. Quick handoff right side. Jeffrey plants, cuts, and into cold territory down to about the 47.
And I know this game has gotten out of hand, but if Cambridge is going to get on the board, they're going to have to earn it because Meadowbrook, they want this shutout bad.
They haven't given up much here. Moore rolls to his left, flips it in the left flat, has his man, and Perkins slips away from a tackler down to the 30 and caught from behind near the 25-yard line. Hunter Eubanks. As the Cats pick up another first down, courtesy of WB Green Insurance.
And Perkins is deceivingly fast.
Got those long
he gets those strides.
At 6'4", pretty strong as well. Three wide to the right, handoff straight ahead. And Jeffrey pounds his way inside the 25 down near the 20. Trayvon Jeffrey still running as hard as he has all night long. Pickup of about 4 there. That will be the final play of the period. We head to the fourth period. A running clock in motion. Colts in command. 36-0. We'll be back right after this.
The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant.
12-12. Like we said, the Warriors trying to finish at 7-3.
Bobcats trying to come up with a big play here to keep a drive alive. Moore back to pass, steps up, pump fakes it, fires it out of bounds, and probably a good decision there as he was running out of time and his receivers had run out of room.
Yes, and the yard marker, they wasn't
They weren't
set
even
yet.
set.
No, they were coming
Guess
down.
we didn't give them enough time, huh? You gotta be in pretty good shape to run the chain gang down there, especially when you're going from one end of the field to the other.
On a night like this, yeah, you got to give them a little bit more time than that. But
3rd and 3, Bobcats from the Colt 21-yard line, about as far down as the Cats have gotten in a long time. Fake to Jeffrey, straight ahead. Moore pops through to the second line of defenders and he'll have another first down, courtesy of WB Green Insurance, and Cody Moore will move the sticks for the Bobcats. And it looks like a Colt defender slow to get up. Well, just getting helped up.
Yeah, and that looks like, I believe, Eric McCullough.
Or Damon Webster, maybe.
Or Webster.
Yeah, Webster trying to get off. I don't know if he's got a cramp, maybe. He got to near the numbers on the sideline.
That's what it is,
That's what it is. So they'll have to try to get him up and mobile there.
And, BK, you never like to see injuries any time of the year, don't get me wrong, but especially
it's a cramp.
but especially week 10 of the season, this last 12 minutes, you want everybody to finish this game.
I'm giving Damon, though, an asterisk because I've never seen a cramp in 35-degree weather. It's 85. We're all cramping up out there, but he just wanted a little airtime. I'm thinking that's what it is. Just get your name on the radio and the TV, and when he's got grandkids, he'll be able to say, "Stop it right there." See?
Yeah.
I made a play a couple plays ago.
Webster has deserved that airtime right there, along with the defensive.
Hey, they've done their job tonight all night long. Jeffrey, left side, trying to get to the edge, and again denied the edge. He got turned around and shoved back. Wyatt Rossiter. That's when you make an impact out there when the running back immediately starts going the opposite direction from whence he came. 10-27 and counting. Bobcats trying to get the goose egg off the board. Moore rolls to his right, throws to the corner of the end zone and over the head of his intended receiver. And that was for the Cats, Justin Bartlett. Cats, 10th play of the drive coming up here. Their best drive of the night from their own 35, but still not a point on the board yet.
I tell you, Jonah McCall and the DBs for Meadowbrook, they've made it tough for Cambridge to pass.
Caden Whaley across the motion. Moore to his right, throws it out. Trayvon Jeffrey at the 10. And taken down, nice open field tackle, Timmy Ferguson, and the ball rolled away. Will they count that as a fumble or not?
Yeah, I thought he may have been down, but there was no.
The officials say no, that's a fumble. You're right. I thought he might have been down as well, but now the officials kind of discussing on the sideline, and they agree that is a fumble. And Trayvon Jeffrey gives it up. Ferguson, big hit.
Yeah, and them two premier players met right there, and Ferguson hit them low, and the refs, they have a better view than we have, and the ball must have been coming out.
I didn't see who came up with it, but I did see who made the hit. And Mr. Ferguson is, on senior night, made quite an impression on both sides of the ball. Colts will take over at their own 12-yard line. And Ferguson straight ahead.
Yeah, and that would have given Cambridge a 1st and goal at the 5. Not going to affect the outcome, but it would have been their best opportunity to find pay dirt tonight.
Just a couple of yards on that first down carry for Ferguson. Well over 100. He was over 100 quite a while ago, huh?
Yes.
Singleton pass out into the right flat has Boston Black, who again wiggles his way for almost 10, but a flag came way in. And I think this might be a illegal block in the back, and that's the preliminary call. Bobcats needed a little help to make the playoffs tonight. The Colts would need a lot of help, but in either case, the first thing you got to do is win tonight and then see what happens. As they'll march this one backwards.
Yeah, I got Ferguson unofficially 17 carries for 133 yards.
Johnstown Monroe still leading Heath 13-10 now. Heath climbing back into it. That's one of those dominoes that needs to fall. Singleton back to pass. Go check that. Not Singleton that time. That was
Josh Hupp, I believe.
Josh Hupp, I think. And his pass
Yes.
down the field, intended for Todd, no good.
Hupp, only a sophomore. He started the year as starting quarterback for Meadowbrook at the beginning of the year. He's thrown for over 800 yards. Coming in tonight, Davis Singleton went over 1,000. So that shows you the quarterbacking has been in good hands for Meadowbrook for the last few years.
Hupp will stay in. 3rd and long. Takes the snap. Completed. Double pass. Out to the left flat to Singleton.
Wow.
Back to Hupp. Up the right sideline. Lots of room. And Jimmy Ferguson.
And there's a flag back at the 5.
Way back. I think they're going to call that an illegal pass.
Yes.
It looked pretty, but it didn't look legal. It might have been 2 forward passes.
I love the play design, but you're right. That may be one reason Cambridge only had one guy way over there, because they had seen it. But I love the play design of that, and it was set up nicely.
Yeah, they had the whole sideline over there, and Ferguson just had one guy to get past. So, bring it back, do it again. And you had kind of lost track. That's a loss of down as well. You kind of had lost track of what happened to Singleton in that whole thing. They were setting that up for both plays there to try to get Singleton snuck out there. As Ferguson back to punt out of his own end zone, low end over end punt, bounces at the 30, picked up by Whaley at the 35. Works his way inside the 30 and down at about the 26-yard line. So once again, Cambridge with pretty good field position, and still no point to show for it. 5:27 left in the ball game. Colts will run their record to 5-5, as the Bobcats will drop to 6-4, and the Colts will claim the championship.
And the Guernsey County Super Bowl as well, and Cambridge again. I mean, Coach Lowry, if you would have told him the field position they would have tonight on their 8 possessions or so and have no points, he wouldn't have believed it.
Moore rolling to his left, stops, steps up, flips it out in the left flat and over the head and of his intended receiver. Bobcats tonight have looked pressured, hurried, and have lost poise in a lot of those plays where they just don't look like they are in sync. And they credit the Meadowbrook defense for that. They have harried them all night long. 2nd and 10. Moore looks to his right. Pump fakes it, looks down the field, and then steps up. He'll run and take a couple of shots from defenders, including Damon Webster. Back in the ball game. Picked up a couple of yards there, and it will be 3rd down.
I tell you, more like Jeffrey, running hard, not conceding anything here, and all of that for about a yard.
Yeah, they'll give him maybe a half a yard at best. 3 receivers to the left. Moore steps up, goes back to the right, and there's the flag. Yeah. As Plaid trying to guard Devontae Best that time, got to him before the ball did, and that'll give the Bobcats a 1st down by penalty.
Clock continues to run, 3:45 left.
Yes.
Meadowbrook in control, 36-0.
This will make senior night a little more exciting for the seniors. Here for the Colts, as they'll mark the penalty down to the 13. And for the Bobcats, their goal at this point, and has been for most of this quarter, try to put points on the board, but the Colts have denied them that so far. 3-by-1 set for the Cats. Moore straight ahead. Jeffrey. And not a lot there, as Trayvon Jeffrey has had to battle for everything he's gotten tonight. McCullough, Webster, McManaway, Hladd, you name it. They were all converging on that tackle. Gain of a couple. Second down. Jeffrey again trying to work off the left side. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. Wyatt Rossiter a couple of times tonight has just picked Jeffrey up and thrown him backwards, and that's another one right there.
Wow. And
that's what you call being Stonewall.
yes. And we have seen some big-time hits tonight.
Third and long. Moore straight drop back. Middle screen completed. Snyder down inside the 5. Dives to about the 3. Should be enough for a first down. Let's see what the linesman says. No. Fourth down. Fourth and less than a yard. 2-minute mark. Bobcats will line up and get after it here. Trying to extend their drive. Moore, option left side. Cuts it up and into the end zone. Cody Moore gives the Bobcats their first points of the night from 4 yards out. 36-6. And the Cats will kick the extra point with 1:47 left in the game.
Cambridge's first scoring drive of the night.
Seven plays. Just 26 yards for the Cats to cover that distance. After the short punt, Philippines on for the extra point attempt, and this one is up and good.
And here's another flag coming in after the play.
Brady
And there's
Hladd,
another
and then
one.
another one as Jerome Todd and Hladd being walled off by the officials. We'll see what happens after this message. 36-7. Colts on top. We'll be back after this.
So new score, 1:47 to go in the game. Coach 36.
6-7 as the Cats have dented the scoreboard with 1:47 left to go in the game. Cody Moore from 4 yards out. Philippines kick was good, and then the flags flew.
Yeah, offsetting. Just a little jawing, I think, after the extra point.
And there's always a lot of emotion in this game, and when it becomes lopsided, that doesn't necessarily mean it goes away. As the Cats will kick off. Now the question is, 1:47 left. Cambridge going to kick it deep. They're going to kick it short. The Colts have their hands team in, it looks like, as we had offsetting penalties after the touchdown. And Philippines will approach. Well, not yet, as the Colts didn't have all their guys in.
Have we had a timeout tonight? First half, or I know not this half we have. I'm trying. I don't think
so. Not this half.
When's the last
First
time you've
half
seen
of-
that?
Yeah, we didn't. I don't know. You can't take them home with you.
I'd prefer them take them home.
Valentine Insurance Kickoff coming up here momentarily as Philippines approaches and goes deep. Driving this one away from Easton Eibel. And he'll pick it up and get out of bounds. $145.
Yeah, and
left.
Meadowbrook's going to empty the bench right here and let some of the JV players finish out this victory. And Cambridge, I believe.
They've got a few different jerseys in there as well. Not wholesale changes, but quite a few. Mason Buchtel in there as one of the defensive ends. And the keeper straight ahead, Hupp. That'll get the clock moving again. 1:30 and counting. Gain of about 3. Colts not in any hurry to snap the ball here. They use the entire play clock. We'll see. Ferguson still in the backfield along with Hupp. Hupp will take the snap this time to Ferguson. Breaks loose. 30, 40, midfield, and the spin move gets him into Bobcat territory, and a late flag comes in. Couple of flags come in late all the way up to the Bobcat 42-yard line, 43-yard line. Ferguson with about a 35-yarder there. Clock under a minute left. Personal foul against the Bobcats will mark it down a little more. And the Colts here with a running clock may not have to snap the ball again.
Yeah, and the refs, they're in no hurry to
mark it.
Mark this, no.
30 seconds in counting. Ball hasn't even been placed for play yet.
No, they're.
I think the officials would like to just wait till there's hardly any time left, and now they will. Officials weren't going to put it down. And that's going to do it as the Colts can celebrate a season-ending victory. 36-7. As now Meadowbrook will finish up at 5-5, 3-0 in league play. The Cats will close out this campaign at 6-4, 2-1 in the grade division of the ECOL. 36-7, your final. All Meadowbrook all night long. We'll take a break. Post-game wrap-up coming up right after these messages.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
It's right here.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
We do invite everybody to stick around for the annual senior walk. We will start that once the field is cleared. I need all seniors on the goal line. Fall athletes and band, seniors on the goal line.
Eugene Capers Field. Senior night being celebrated on the field by the Colts, and it will be a joyous one tonight, 36-7. Colts with the victory tonight run the record to 5-5 in the season, 3-0 in league play. Cats will fall to 6-4 and break their 4-game winning streak and 2-1 in league play. And the Colts scored early tonight, taking command with 3:22 to go in the first period. Davis Singleton finding Boston Black from 17 yards out. The extra point attempt was no good. 6-0 Colts. They would add another score in the second period, 3 more in the third before the Bobcats would finally get the goose egg off the board. Timmy Ferguson from 24 yards out in the second period. Addie Black would add the 2-point conversion, 14-0 at halftime. And the Bobcats receiving the second half kickoff, trying to hang around, but the Colts would collect the onside kickoff to start things out of the second half and then take it on in to score. Addie Black, 42-yard pass, a one-play drive as Singleton got his second touchdown pass of the night, making it 22-0 after Ferguson ran it in. Davis Singleton would do it all himself on the next attempt from 15 yards out. Jerome Todd's catch made it 30-0 in a running clock before Ferguson would close out the Colts scoring with 3:10 left in the third period. The extra point attempt failed, 36-0. Cats added a meaningless score with just 1:47 left. To get a 0 off the board. Cody Moore from 4 yards out. The extra point by Andrew Philippines made the final 36-7. And, you know, that score indicates it's a rout, and certainly the second half will look like that. If you were here for the first half, that didn't seem to be the case.
No, and the whole thing in the second half predicated Cambridge. You know, you're just for certain they're going to get the ball to start the second half. They're back there to receive the kickoff, a little pooch kick just right at 10 yards that no one on the Cambridge kick return team attempted to catch, and they let the ball bounce. Meadowbrook recovered it. One play, Singleton to Addie Black for a 42-yard touchdown, and that really seemed to knock the air out of the Cambridge sails right there. Next possession, Cody Moore has a nice run, gets hit around midfield and fumbles, and then Meadowbrook able to take it right in quickly for another touchdown. And the next thing you know, we had a running clock.
Yeah, there were some big plays throughout the night. Timmy Ferguson had a few. Certainly Davis Singleton, some big plays tonight as well. And each week, Dirty Dog Pet Salon sponsors a play of the game. Check out Dirty Dog Pet Salon. Have your dog groomed down at Dirty Dog on Cochran Avenue in Cambridge. And you know what? I'm thinking that second half kickoff ends up being a big turning point. Cats get that ball and somehow drive it down and score, it's a ball game. But the Colts get it. They come up with a big play there, a one-play big pass to the end zone. And at that point, you could see the deer in the headlights look on the Bobcats, and it was, for all intent and purposes, game over.
Yeah, that was literally what I thought you said 14 seconds into the second half. It's 21-0 or 22-0 after the 2-point conversion. And Cambridge just never recovered.
And credit the Colt defense tonight. They never allowed the Bobcats any room to move offensively. I mean, the Cats made a drive at the end of the game from their own 35, got it down in scoring position, and finally got it in there. But, you know, that's too little too late in a game of this magnitude.
And BK, all week, the talk and the previews of this football game was predicated around the Cambridge defense, and I tell you, deservingly so. They were outstanding all year and deserved all the pub that they had. But you got to think the Meadowbrook defense was just sitting there all week listening to that, saying, hey, you know, our defense ain't too bad neither. And they really came out and made a statement just how well they play on the defensive side of the football.
You're listening to our post-game report brought to you by AVC Technical Services, offering fast PC repairs, antivirus, security products, affordable cloud backups, and much more. Email them at avctech@yourradioplace.com. A lot more to go here on our post-game wrap-up. We've got our Crenos of Cambridge players of the game, our power linemen of the game, our drive of the game, brought to you by AVC Technical Services as well. Stay tuned. Tommy Stats and more coming up right after this.
Black. Shout out to my whole family, my mom and dad for always showing up, grandparents, my Uncle Trent and Aunt Jude. Aunt Jude always brings food after the game for the bus, and my tip for the underclassmen is just soak it all in, enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Brady Stain. I'd like to give a big shout out to my football and basketball coaches, Coach Clinton and Coach Solza, for having me be the manager for our Meadowbrook sports team. I appreciate you guys having me. I hope you guys find someone to replace me next year.
Hi, I'm Brady Ladd. I'd like to give a shout out to the coaches, especially Coach Clinton for helping me all these past 4 years and making sure I'm always in the weight room. And I'd like to give a shout out to Pregame for stepping up this year and eventually lead the team next year.
Hi, I'm Brandon Hickman. I would like to shout out my mom, my dad, the entire Saxon section, and my sister Brienne. And if I had to give one piece of advice to the underclassmen, it is don't let other underclassmen talk down to you because you are an underclassman.
My name is Samantha Lowry, and I'd like to shout out our band director, Mr. Khan, for one of her first year as band director.
I'm Chance Harper, and I'd like to thank the cross-country team for all the hospitality, and my parents, and my friends.
I'm Dana Nicole, and I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Mr. Ray, Mr. Box, Mr. McCon, Alice Matthew, my guard girls, and Abby. And also, I'd like to thank my best friend Riley for sticking with me throughout the years of marching band. My name is Evan, and hello, I am thankful for my old band director, Jake Roy, definitely very supportive of me. He was more the one that pushed me into doing band because I never really wanted to do band. And I'm very thankful for my mom and my dad and my stepmom and stepdad for obviously helping me get through every year.
Sorry to the rest of your seniors. I'm not sure what's going on. The video keeps cutting out, but thank you guys all for the great fall season. Go Colts.
No, I mean besides the stats. Because I'll be quick with the stats. Okay. Hey, won't you do those and I'll do the stats and you can do the players. Wrap her up. That's incredible.
Field, Meadowbrook celebrating the win tonight, 36-7 over the Bobcats. The seniors celebrating senior night on the field after a hard-earned victory over cross-county rival, the Cambridge Bobcats. And Tommy, you've got some stats there that probably indicate the dominance the Colts had tonight as well.
Yeah, we talked about Cambridge would have to establish the run to be able to make some plays in the passing game. They were not able to do either, as Cambridge comes away unofficially with 71 yards rushing, 49 of those by Trayvon Jeffrey. Like we said, coming in, he needed 21 yards to go over 1,000, but he only got 28 yards after eclipsing that, so 49 yards on 20 carries. And then Cody Moore with 13 yards on the ground on 11 carries, including the 4-yard touchdown run. And Peyton with his only carry of 9 yards. And passing, Cody Moore, 63 yards passing, the best, led away 2 catches for 29 yards to lead the way there. And Perkins also had a 19-yard reception as well. And for Meadowbrook, 218 yards rushing, 168 yards of those by Timmy Ferguson, and unofficially that puts Timmy Ferguson at 1,212 yards for his outstanding senior season. But 168 yards tonight, and BK, just think about his last 3 games to close out the year. 153 against Riverview, 237 against Coshocton, 168 against the Bobcats. Davis Singleton with 44 yards rushing. Josh Hupp added 6, so that's the 218, 91 yards passing. Addie Black with 61 yards receiving. Boston Black with 28, and Hupp with 2. So 91 yards passing for Meadowbrook, 309 yards total offense to 134 for Cambridge. And like we love to say in our post game, those are as unofficial as you can officially get.
I agree with you. Yeah, but that 309 to 134, and the 134. Most of that 134 came on Cambridge's final drive down the field. When they drove from their 35 on down, and that was well after this game had been decided. So the Bobcats completely dominated tonight as the Colts continue to dominate this series recently now, winning 4 in a row. And this one probably will not earn them a playoff berth, but that hadn't been decided yet either. And those things are for everybody to check out later.
But for Meadowbrook, what will make them happy, it may not provide them a playoff berth, but it eliminated any chances Cambridge had.
That is true. And the Cats continuing to be dominated by the Colts here in recent years is the Colts not only play spoiler, they play champion tonight in the ESOL. Our postgame continues here as we name our players of the game. And Crino's Pizza of Cambridge sponsoring a player of the game for each team. They'll get a large one-item pizza, 2 liters of pop, called Crino's Pizza of Cambridge in the Dewey Avenue Center, 740-432-2200 for pickup or delivery. And if you're in your car stuck in traffic on the way home, it's still early enough to order a pizza.
Absolutely.
432-2200. Pick it up on your way home. Meet them at the front door, something like that.
Anything you can order with the 3-letter word hot on a night like tonight will be very tasty.
Hot. For the Colts, hey, can you say Mr. Everything? Timmy Ferguson. Congratulations, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight, 1,200 yards on the season.
And all over the field defensively.
I can't even count how many, not only tackles he made, but big hits.
Yes.
He made some big hits. If we had a big hit award, we need a collision company. If you're listening out there and you got a collision company, next year, the big hit award, you might have to follow Timmy Ferguson to college to get, but he had some big hits tonight.
Wow.
And that would be the big hit collision of the night. But congratulations to him for the Bobcats. Fine defensive effort tonight by Justin Bartlett. We called his name a bunch of times. He had a huge game a week ago, a couple of big tackles tonight for losses, 4th down plays early in the ball game, but the Colts too much for the Bobcats tonight. We also have an award sponsored by Muskingum Electric for the Cambridge Bobcats, a Lineman of the Week. They call it the Power Lineman of the Week award. They'll get a T-shirt and their picture taken with one of the linemen from Muskingum Electric, and that will be Brock Valentine, who's still got a little Bobcat football left in him for next year as well. But, it started out to be one of those classic slugfests that we haven't seen in recent years, Tommy, but it ended up being one of what we've seen a lot of lately, and that's dominating Colts football.
Yeah, and a lot of times you get caught up in the moment, but for the Cambridge Bobcats, this is not time to do that. This one's going to sting for a little bit, but the big picture, like we said, after week 2, walking off the field at Muskingum University after being manhandled by John Glenn, to think you'd come in this game with a record of 6-3 and to finish 6-4, that's a big statement, and kudos to the Bobcats and Meadowbrook to close the season strong like we thought they would, winning 4 out of their last 5 to get to 500 after a brutal first 5-week schedule they had. Says a lot for Coach Clendenning in his first year. Congratulations to him and his crew.
Yeah, we want to congratulate all the graduating seniors for both teams tonight. How many times have we done this game that, hey, neither team had a losing season? One with a winning, the other 500. It feels like a winning season after the meat grinder of a schedule that they had, and you dominate your rival at the end of the season. So, congratulations to the coaches. That's something positive for both teams to build on for the future. It may not seem like it for half the field here tonight, but that's something positive when you think back of what you accomplished, and for all the seniors going forward, good luck.
Yeah, and BK, a lot of emotion on the field tonight. And I want to credit both teams. Hey, and some people may say, hey, wait a minute, what about the 4 unsportsmanlike conducts? That was, jawing or celebration. There were no cheap shots, any extracurricular stuff like that or anything. So, but, for both teams, they laid it out there tonight. But it was definitely Meadowbrook's night.
I want to thank Jeremy back at the station, engineering everything there from our world headquarters here. Adam Green, Cam Summers running the video side. If you enjoyed that, thank you very much, Chair, for watching on our streaming video. Tommy, once again, a successful season. We made it and only gained a couple of extra pounds from pizza and wings.
Yeah, basketball officially started for the boys today, last Friday for the girls, so it'll be hoops time. Good luck to the local teams that will be playing week 11 next week. Good luck to them. And
we'll have a few.
Yes, and BK, shout out to Athletic Director Jeff Wheeler and fine host here at Meadowbrook. They really took care of us tonight.
Final score once again tonight from Eugene, Capers, Field. The Colts dominated the Cavs 36-7. For the entire ABC Sport team, I'm Bill Kikuri. Good night, everyone.
Cambridge versus John Glenn High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by General Wholesale, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, The Rogers Company, Theo's Restaurant, and Surgent Construction. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.